Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nuraliana Nadira binti Muhammad Arifin. My trick number B051610174. I'm under supervisor technologist Dr. Suryati binti Muhammad Akmal. Today I will present about affective preference measurement of batik appearance using regression analysis. To measure affective preference for batik product, the first thing that we need is customer requirement. Customer requirements is something that customer want or needs from the product. After we already know the customer requirement, we can get their affective design preference. According to Khalid et al. 2012, affective design preference is a feeling produced or sparked as the customer see the product. And after give this certain feeling or emotions, we can represent the emotions using word which is known as kanji words. The difference of kanji words and affective preference is preference is a feelings that bottle inside but doesn't know how to express it. So, and then the kanji word is the emotions that we use that represent their emotion using words like as joy, happy, beauty, so on. And after we have the customer requirement, we got kanji words. We can make a set of batik attributes. Batik attribute is a new set of batik design based on the customer requirement and their kanji word. The problem statement that we have is the customer preference is very difficult as the sentiment is the inner perception that hard to measure straightforwardly. Second is that people have their different personality. They have a lot of personality to choose from, and they make it more challenging to designer to propose a set of effective attributes of batik design. It is because of consumers are currently becoming more heterogeneous and their needs are harder to reflect. Second is a limited number of studies measure the customer's affection on Malaysian batik attributes. The objective of the project is to identify the aesthetic or affective dimension towards Malaysian batik design. Second is to analyze the geometrical designs of batik that influence affective using kanji words. Third is to propose a set of affective attributes of batik design. For the literature review, first is product appearance. Product appearance can be classified in numerous meanings, including the color and the part of physical product. That a lot of consumers got their preference from the appearance or the form of product that they have choose. The product appearance quality will give the consumer with completed impression of the product by itself. Skurmans et al. 2005. And second is affective preference. Affectional include product features that were related with aesthetics and influence the customer's intuitive, performance and reflective aspect of the emotions. Khalid et al. 2012. The sentiment is strong emotionally experience whose cause obviously recognized, but it will not last so long. And then third is a kanji word. Kanji was all about the image that occupied in human mind. It was and the image was referred as words to make people understand. And lastly is geometrical design. According to the Kasim et al. 2016, batik design were classified in two types, which is geometrical design and non-geometrical design. First, for geometrical design, batik design whose beautiful arranged in the arrangement of geometrical, and for the non-geometrical pattern, the pattern were not built from geometrical pattern. This is the alternative batik, which is made from sponge rollers, chicken feathers, steel wools, rattan balls, jute ropes, and so on. This batik was responded from the previous study. Most of them agreed that another methods can give design that looks more simple looking and have obvious limitations. And this design looks more contemporary, spontaneous, and artistic because it is easy to handle, and can be found indoor and outdoor. It will make it less time consuming and easy to control. The second is the table for kanji words. As you can see, the kanji words um, that we can see is all about apparel, and it hardly focus on batik. This is a previous study related to batik. There are many studies focused on the Indonesian batik, but very limited number of studies for Malaysian batik. And then this is a keyword that can be used to find new attributes such as unique, beauty, complex, artistic, and so on. This is a methodology. The first thing is to identify and searching the product design. And for this design, the batik design in Malaysia is chosen as the design for the research. And after we know what is the design we want, and we move to identify the design of attributes related to batik design, which is we collect the data from market, internet, and also from the opinion from the customer. There are a lot of opinions and preference from the customer in order to get the best batik design. And to make more understanding, we get we find it from some journals and articles which is help us to gather the informations or the methods that we will be used. The data that we get from the journals, it make us more easily to understand the problem of the research, which is to analyze the geometrical design of batik that influence affective. And after we determine the requirement and identify the design attributes, we can do the we can construct the questionnaire. After we construct the questionnaire, we can distribute the questionnaire. As we distribute the questionnaire, the customer affective will be gathered and keep on for investigation, and then follow by analysis lah, which is using SPSS, which is using SPSS software. And as we can see that regarding the objective of this research, which is one, to analyze the geometrical design of batik, the analyzation of the data that have been collected will be go through in order to find the correlations between the attributes, and then the highest mean, and also the connection between affective preference towards the batik design using SPS software. This section is for questionnaire. The questionnaire is actually, we construct the questionnaire because we want to evaluate the customer judgment and preference. So in the questionnaire, we put demographic and keywords. And in the demographic, we make the section for demographics because we want to distinguish the function or the reason why people like to wear batik. And in this section, we put their age, their gender, their occupation, their salary, and their level of education, because we want to see which type of which uh, I mean, which gender is more into batik, which type of age uh, like to wear batik. Yes, for example. And then um, in this cancer words, in this questionnaire, we also put cancer words because we want to define the preference, the requirement, and the customer emotions from the batik and interpret into word of cancer. And for example, we put the one design which is floral motif, and we give about 5 or 4 um, cancer words, which is for example, interesting, beauty, complex, artistic, unique. And in each of the cancer words, we put one Likert scale from 1 until 5, which is 1 is strongly disagree and 5 is strongly agree. And it's up to the respondent to choose between 1 until 5, which which preference that they see from that motif, which scales they want to put. Is it 4 or 3? It's based on their own preference. And in this questionnaire, we focus on make it around 100 respondents, and we distribute the questionnaire in East Coast, Malaysia, because uh, people around Terengganu, Kelantan, and Pahang mostly wear batik to work or to another occasions, or wear it basically daily. Rarely for it's rarely for daily, but this area is mostly wear batik. And after we make the questionnaire, we collecting the data. The reliability value that we get is 0.9. This is the result in discussion. And for the first pie chart, it shows about the type of batik, and around 78.2% choose batik canting as their preferable batik, and 21.8% choose chop as their preferable batik. Um, and the second one, and the second chart is about batik purchase consideration. And as we can see in the red line, and we can see that color, design, material, and comfortable to wear got more uh, high percentage than other considerations, which is color around 75.2%, which is 75 respondents, design 80.2%, around 80 respondents, and material, which is 67.3%, around 63 respondents, and then comfortable to wear, which is 65.3 percent, and got 65 respondents. So uh, so it can so we can see that nowadays marketing will more focus on produce batik based on the respondents' characteristic in the view of purchase rather than own idea producing batik product. And then the second pie chart is about preferable motif for batik. We have fauna, we have flora, we have geometry, apps and abstract, and half of the respondents had chosen flora as a preferable motif for batik product, which can be referred around 50.5% choose flora as the preferable motif, and then 21% and 25% choose geometry and abstract as their preferable motif for batik respectively, and then just 4% respondent choose fauna as their preferable motif for batik. So this can conclude that flora is a represented as motif for batik Malaysia, because people in Malaysia really like flora. So many batik design we use flora as our motif. For Chromebox Alpha, the minimum acceptable value is approximately 0.7, under which the internal consistence range is low. And in the meantime, the expected maximum value of 0.9 is considered redundancy or duplication above this value. And for this Chromebox Alpha, the values are generally preferred between 0.8 and 0.9. And for the study, the scale of the population is 80 and force apply, and the Chromebox Alpha is 0.9, which indicates an excellent of internal consistency. And second is a Pearson correlative, and there is a positive relationship between Kanse, beauty and artistic, which is significant correlation 0.874, shows that the string associations are very strong. And in other words, when the Kanse words unique is increase, and the Kanse words beauty is also increased. And for the second is Kanse word which between beauty and interesting, and the significant correlation is 0.783, and explain that the relation between them are strong, and the words between complex and interesting show the correlation of 0.523, means that the relation is moderate. So this result of study shows that the similarity with the studies conducted by Lin and Liu 2017, which clarify that the Kanse word's beauty has a significant positively associate turn over the intention, which is based on their correlation findings. For the regression analysis, the R value for motif leaf is 0.417, and the next motif is orchid, which is the R value is 0.644, and for the flora and fauna, the R value is 0.553. Meanwhile, R value for abstract is 0.739, and the motif geometry and the butterfly are 0.721 and 0.679 respectively. And then the lastly is parsley. The R value is 0.696, and it means that most buyer prefer to buy batik product based on the color of the product rather than looking for the motif and pattern. For the value of F for ANOVA analysis, for motif leaf, F is 3.952, which is the significant is 0.003, and the second motif is orchid. which is F is 13.289, and the significance is 0.00, and the flora fauna, the F is 8.263 and the same significance, which is 0.00, and the abstract motif is F is 22.566, and the significance is 0.00. So as we can see that purchase intentions of color, whereby F is 3.952 with the significance 0.003, indicate that the result of the regressions model could occur by chance. This is the new fractal that have been designed. This new fractal is designed not using any equations. I'm just using Adobe Photoshop to make this fractal, just by referring some tutorial from YouTube, and I tried to make this fractal. So actually this fractal is adaptation from abstract motif, because the most preferable batik motif from Kanse wood is abstract, and the design used is the combination of the basic shapes like triangle, circle, and rectangle, and many more shapes. But and if you can see that this shape is not like a basic shape, because I use certain angles to rotate or to make the shapes look different. This is the first fractals. I changed the color to light, dark, and pastel. And actually the another two fractal is about looking in like same shape, because I did not have enough time to learn more about Photoshops, and that's why the result is the shape is the same but a little bit different. This is the second fractals, and this is the third fractals. For then the closure is two objective is achieved, is accomplished, which is the second objective is to analyze the geometrical design of batik that influence customers' affective emotions using Kanse words, and we collect the data from the questionnaire using 7 motif design and use Kanse words to describe the affective towards the motif design. And the third objective that we accomplish is to propose a set of effective attributes of batik design. We use regression analysis to show that the abstract motif is the most effective design, which is the concept is beauty, artistic, interesting. And for the contributions, it can help batik manufacturer to identify the design that can affect high purchase intention on customer, or else can increase the profit. And the second is save the motif that are produced into more sustained data to preserve the heritage. And then for the future works, it's preferable to use appropriate algorithm such as fractal for creating more motif. And second is evaluation on the proposed new motif. That's all from me. Thank you.